All right, here with Charley Hull. Just overall experience here at the Hilton Grand Vacations Tournament Champions, and what a way to close out your day.
Yeah, it was really good. It was pretty windy out there today, I'm not going to lie. And I feel like I've done quite well this week, considering that all I've been practicing on my off-season is like icy greens, wet conditions, and snowy conditions. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that.
You were able to kind of knock out that double bogey that you had with that eagle on 9. What was that like to pick that eagle up on the par 5?
Yeah, it was great. I hit a great 4-iron in. I stroked my driver down there, hit a great 4-iron in to about, I think it was like 6-7 feet. And then I hold the putt, which was good. Shame I made my bogey on 10 and bogey on 15, but I bounced back on 18, and that was a tricky little putt down that hill. I found putting never so hard in them conditions today because the greens are so fast, and then the wind blowing off the lake, you don't know what it's going to do with the ball too much, especially when it's down grain into the wind.
I will say we haven't seen a lot of birdies on 18. You might be one of the few that we've seen. What did it mean for you to close out the week with something like that?
Yeah, it felt great. Like, obviously, I haven't seen my coach in a few weeks, so coming into this week, I didn't really know where my swing was at. I hardly done any practice last week because I was passing my driving test and moving house. So I actually feel like I've had a pretty decent week, considering like I didn't know where I was at.
All right, we'll start off here.
Charley, you passed your driving test on which side of the road?
On the proper side of the road. In England, so the left side of the road.
Okay. And where did you move?
I moved to Sunningdale.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
great.
So I love it, that part of the country. It's my favourite. I still got my house up in Kettering, but yeah, I'm going to be mostly living at Sunningdale now.
That's great.
Yeah.
And does this week change your perspective on 2023 at all?
Yeah, 100%. Like, I feel like it's a great way to start the season because now I've got 3 weeks off before going to Saudi and then doing the 2 events in Asia. It's kind of now I know what to work on in my game, even though it will be probably bad conditions at home, but at least I know what I'm got to work on.
Right.
Can we talk a little about the driving test? When did you start practicing?
So in England, it's a lot harder to pass your driving test than it is over here. You've got to have so many hours, and then you've got to drive around the town with a driving instructor. Then before that, you've got to do your, online, you've got to go into a place and do all the questions. So I started driving after CME, and I passed my test in 4 weeks. So I was pretty happy with that, and I only had 3 minors out of 15, so like you could get 15 wrong, but I only got 3 wrong, and that was right towards the end because I didn't put my indicator on. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. So hopefully I'm going to be a good driver.
So why now? Why did you do this now?
Well, truthfully, because my boyfriend lives in Sunningdale and I live in Kettering. So if I want to go back and see my family, I'm going to have to drive there and not rely on taxis. So I thought that's a good reason why, and saves people running me around.
Gotcha. And so for this tournament, this was kind of an up and down day. What was your mentality like as you're chasing?
Just going out there, having fun. Obviously, I wanted to make some birdies, but it was so windy. When I've been playing in the wind at home, the greens have been so thick and furry. All you've got to do is whack the golf ball, but here you've got the grain to contend with, and then you've got the greens are so fast, but then you're into the grain, and then you're downwind or you're down grain into the wind. It's quite hard to figure out what's going on, but I've done pretty well.
I just want to ask one more driving question. Do you think because you're so focused on golf at a young age that it just wasn't important to you? Or?
Well, I feel like because I'm away so much, it was actually hard to pass my driving test. Like my sister, she's 45 and she's still waiting to pass her test. But the thing is, like, it must run in the family. No, but it can be hard to get a driving test. Like I got mine luckily because I paid extra, but you can be waiting up to 6 months to get a test.
This is your first time taking it?
Yeah, first time. Yeah.
With the eagle at 9, at any point did Brooke seem catchable? It seemed like...
Well, I didn't actually look at the leaderboards because every time I looked at the leaderboards, they kept flicking between the amateur, the pro, and the celebrity. So I could never really catch what I was doing. But I don't even know what position I'm in right now. Does anyone know?
I think T2.
T2. Okay. So that's not too bad.
Yeah. Would you have taken that as you were practicing in Morocco a week or so
Yeah, that
ago?
practice in Morocco was good. Went out there with my boyfriend, Charles. Was out there for 3 days. And that was good fun. It was actually quite windy out there. But yeah, it was a bit of a shock to the system when I went home to the cold again. So I'm sure it will be this week as well when I go back.
Will you buy a car?
Yeah, I've already got a car. I land at 8:45 Tuesday morning and get my car delivered to me about 9:30. So I get straight in and get it.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted a Defender, you know, the new the Land Rover Defenders, but I can't get insured on it because it's too much of a fast car, so they wouldn't give me insurance. So I got a Range Rover instead, but a small one, Evoque. So that'll do for now, because I think probably having a big car straight away isn't good, especially on the small roads in England. But yeah.
All right, with that, we'll wrap it up. Thank you.
Cheers. Thanks.
Thanks.